All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Dark Spirits. Today, I'm going to be doing something different. I realize that I haven't been doing a lot of weeded bourbon, so I'm about to step up my weeded bourbon game. This week, I'm hitting y'all with the Maker's Mark 46, but the cask strength. So before we do anything, let's go ahead and open this guy up and pour out a little bit. I like how they do their wax. Their wax is like so much better than Jim Beam's. All right, that's pretty good. Let that breathe for a second. Let me go ahead and give you the color. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this finish opening up. But let me go ahead and tell you about my stops on the journey so far as it comes to weeders. So I remember that I started out with the regular Maker's Mark, which I hated. The Maker's 46, I thought, which was a lot better. I remember I had the Rebel Yell 100. Thank God they've changed the name from Rebel Yell to just Rebel, which is cool. I don't know what took them so long. Literally had to have people marching in the damn streets before people realized that, yeah, maybe a brand that cherishes traders to the United States is maybe not a good mascot. So anyway, shout out to them for changing that. And I also had the Weller. So this here is going to be my first cask strength weeded bourbon. Now, from what I remember, they said this used to be something that was available in the gift shop only, or if you lived in Kentucky, but I guess after COVID they had to make it available. They probably had them stocks available, but yeah, man, I saw it in the store. I said I'd go ahead and grab it. It looked interesting. It says that is 54.8% alcohol by volume, which is 109.6 proof. 110 proof, stave profile 46. So when I think around 110 proof, I immediately think about Russell's Reserve single barrel, which sits right around 110. But that Russell's Reserve has a lot of rye in it. This has no rye in it. What I'm expecting here is just the Maker's 46, but just amped up a little bit. So that's what I got. Let's go ahead and go in for the nose. Yeah, the nose has some ethanol burn. That's what you'd expect from that 110 proof. I'm getting something on here that kind of reminds me of like a wine type of finish. Like a mixture of like Cabernet wine and brown sugar is what I'm getting on here. Let's take a look at the legs. It's got some legs on here, so this is probably going to be viscous. It's coating the glass pretty good on here. Color is looking good. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and go in for the taste. Cheers. Okay, so this is what I can tell you about the Maker's 46 cask strength. It is head and shoulders above the regular Maker's Mark. This is actually an entirely different bourbon. As far as comparing it from what I remember to the Maker's 46, it is just everything you liked about the Maker's 46, but just amped up. You get viscosity, you get the heat. There's heat on here, right? It's not really burning you out of the room, but when it hits the palate, you get the heat, you get the tongue tingle. It's not a burn, it's more of like, like you know that you're having a drink here. So traditionally, I've stayed away from a lot of the weeded bourbons because you don't get that much flavor, but I think what they're doing here is with that oak stave profile, is picking up a lot of good flavor on here. I'm getting that wood influence, like a charcoal kind of, but it's good. It's kind of like all the sweetness you would expect from a Maker's Mark, but with a little bit more oak, viscosity of finish. This to me is excellent. Off the neck pour. Excellent, excellent. I really like this. Let me go ahead and give it one more. Yeah, this is good. When you're kind of swirling it around on your tongue, it's kind of like candy, kind of. It's everything that you would want. That kind of hint of cherry that I got from the regular Maker's Mark, but just not that medicinal taste. Like imagine if you ate like some cherries and kind of had a piece of dry toast after it, where you get a combination of like the sweet and kind of oaky, smoky deal. Hard to explain, but I would recommend picking this up if you can grab this. I'm gonna have to go back and get another one of this immediately because I can tell that this is quality. This is something that I'm gonna wanna have again, just off the neck pour. All right, so before I close, I just wanna say, if you're new to this channel, the bourbon journey continued. I started off by trying to get away from the traditional things like cognac and all this sweet stuff. I wanted to get into more the wide range of spirits. So this is my next stop on the bourbon journey. The format is I will give you my reaction video, which is this one, and then I'll come back when this bottle is done with the long-term review, where I'll talk about pros, cons, if it changed, if it stayed stable, and if I would buy it again. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're using your data, your Wi-Fi, thanks for checking me out. I'll see you on the next time. Got lots of other videos out here. Hey, if you need something to sip on, if you need some ideas, I probably have reviewed a common bourbon that you're going to see on yourself. So I'll be back with a long-term video. Thanks for watching. I'm out.